Welcome back Cloud दोस्तों. In today's tutorial I will be focusing on Ansible master and slave configuration. Basically, some of my friends were asking me how to set up master and slave configuration. We have tried lots of video blogs, but we are finally not able to configure Ansible master and slave configuration. So I am making this random video. Basically I wanted to start Linux series for DevOps engineers, but I am making this random video. So this is the GitHub link, cloud./this repo name. I will share this link into description box so you can follow the documentation, copy paste the commands or follow. So whether you are a seasoned pro or just getting started in cloud and DevOps, this video will help you with solid foundation for understanding Ansible master and slave configuration. So let's jump right in. So first we will create 3 EC2 instance. We require one master instance. So from this master instance we will be managing these 2 nodes, basically installing softwares and updating softwares, means dependencies basically. So let's start with by creating 3 EC2 instance. So I am here in EC2 console, AWS console. So I will be using Amazon Linux 2 for this tutorial. You can use Ubuntu, Debian, Red Hat, whatever you wanted to. So I will be going with T2 micro free retire. Then this is my key. Basically I will go with my default security group, and 8 GB is sufficient for this tutorial. And I will launch number of instances. I want to launch 3 instances, right? So I am launching these 3 instances. So this I just deleted because I have tried before doing this tutorial. So I will go here into running instances first. Nothing is running here. Yes, now all my instances are running. So I will rename them. So I will have easy to copy whatever thing required to particular node or particular instance, such as IP address. So I will be copying this IP address and connecting with MobiXterm. Basically this is SSH client if you don't know. And here my key and EC2 user is already there. I will make duplicate of this session and I will put second instance IP here, public IP. Then this one is third. I am copying the public IP, making duplicate session, and I also want to rename this for better understanding. Node 1, node 2, and this one is master. So I am opening first master instance, then node 1 and node 2. So I have connected these 3 instances using SSH, and now I will switch to sudo user, root user basically. Then I will do these things for all the 3 instances, and third one. Now for better understanding and easy to where which instance we are accessing, so for this we will be renaming this IP addresses into same name we are using for the instances, like SSH, like master, using hostname CTL. So we can follow documentation. So these steps I have done. I have connected with SSH, then I am renaming my first instance with master. Just I have renamed, but I will have to exit and reconnect to the instances, so I can see the name like master. Yes, here I can see master instead of my IP address. Now I will have to switch again to sudo user. Now I will follow same steps for all the instances. This is node 2 and this is node 2 and this one is node 1. So I will have to exit once again, then re-log in, and same I will have to exit from here and re-log in. Again I am switching to sudo user on these both the nodes. Here I can see root @ node 1 and sudo su, and here I can see node 2, right? So next step is I want to create Ansible user on all the machines. Basically I have written following separate steps for master node slave nodes here. So I will follow same step for 3 instances from here. So first I will copy these commands. I am here acting as root user, so I will paste one by one, right? So I am copying first command, user add. Here I can see my Ansible user is created. I also want to create password for this Ansible user, so I am following second one. I am providing password ansible, and here my Ansible user is created with password. Now I will follow same step for nodes, both the nodes. So user add ansible. So for better means mistakes, I will copy and paste the things. Ansible, and same I will follow on my node 2. Ansible. Yes, now I have created Ansible user and set up a password for that Ansible user. Now if I want to act this Ansible user as sudo user, so I will have to modify this user or add this user to wheel group, where you can do this thing using this command, sudo user mod -ag -append and group wheel, and username is Ansible. So I am already a root user, so I do not need sudo here. So here my user is added to wheel group. I can check this using id ansible. Here you can see I am in wheel group now, means Ansible user is now in wheel group. So I will follow the same step for node 1. User is already exist, sorry, we have already created. So let me check Ansible. So I will have to add this user. We have to follow this step. So I have added this user to wheel group. Here we can see, and before this this command we have no wheel group for this user. So same step I will follow for the node 2 here. So id Ansible, here we go. This user also added to wheel group. Otherwise you can also edit this file. You just have to edit the sudo file. So this basically we are making changes into the sudo file. So whenever we are accessing these nodes using Ansible user, so it should not ask us for password. So these steps you can follow. I just using vim editor etc this file name, and I will follow the steps, like I will have to replace this thing to Ansible, and if there is a comment then I will have to remove that one. So I am here in my terminal. So here is root, and I am adding Ansible here. Escape :wq and exclamatory, because it will not allow me. This file is read only. If you want to check, I have just type :wq, and now I am hitting enter. So it will not allow me to save. So you will have to use :wq and an exclamatory, so it will override the things. If you want to check, you can check using cat etc -sudo over sudoers crepe and what things I made, the changes, Ansible space all we can search using. Let me check with Ansible. So here we can see we have made the changes into this file. So same thing we have to follow for the nodes. So let me do the same changes. Yes, :wq exclamatory, and then for node 2 these are the same step for all the 3 instances Ansible, right? Escape :wq exclamatory. Now we have done with this, and id Ansible we have done already. Now enable password authentication is equal to s. Suppose whenever we are copying the SSH ID from master machine, whenever we are copying public key from this master machine to these nodes, so it should have ask us password, because if we haven't added password, then anyone can copy SSH ID into our node machines and he can access that machine. So that is why you have to make these changes. So I have copied this vim etc ssh config, and I am making some changes as mentioned in the documentation. So here password authentication is equal to yes, I wanted to make changes in. I am also doing this on root user and also on nodes. So let me do for all the 3 instances. And now third one. Done. Now this step is done. You have to uncomment if there is comment for password authentication is equal to no, and then you also have to start SSH service on all the 3 instances. So here my SSH is active, but I will have to restart because I have made some changes into the document. So let me copy this and paste here on master machine. Sorry, node 2 was that one. I am doing this on node 1, and now finally I am doing the same thing on master machine. So I have restarted. It's restarted 3 times, no issues. Let me check if everything is fine on all the instances. Yes, it is active and enabled. Yes, yes, right. Now if there is any something changes in future, so you can follow the documentation, official documentation according to your Linux distribution or something else. So I will try to make sure that this document is updated always. So before this documentation we used to install using yum install ansible, but there are some changes. So my friends used to follow that documentation and they were not able to install ansible, so these are some changes. So you will have to check first if your instances has Python install or not. So yes, Python is installed, you just need to check it. Then you also have to check if pip is installed or not. So I am checking. I have all the 3 instances with same type Amazon Linux 2, so I am doing the same thing. So I don't have pip install on all the 3 instances, so I will follow the steps to install pip first. So here I am installing pip using the command provided in the documentation. So it is working a little bit slow. It is working little bit slow. So this was my first experience while making long video, so I can make mistakes. So now pip is installed on my all the 3 machines. So now I want to install ansible, but ansible is required on only my master machine, not all the 3 machines. So these are my nodes and this is my master machine. So I have ansible user, right? So I want to use that ansible user, so for installing ansible, so I will not have any problem in future. So if I install this using root user, so it will be only accessible for the root user. So I am switching to ansible user and then installing ansible. So sudo su -ansible. Here you can see I am a ansible user now. You can also check who I am, right? Who am I? Yes, I am ansible. So set up client nodes as root user. So we have followed these steps with already. We have created users, we have made password authentication is equal to yes and things, and restarted SSH on nodes. So you will have to follow the same steps. And now I have did these things too. Yes, so let me install Python, sorry, Ansible on master machine only. Basically Ansible is agentless platform. It's not like Chef. You need not to have Ansible installed on all the machines you are managing. You just need to have it installed on master machine, and the node machines you just have to be Python installed, and SSH public key should be copied on the nodes. That's things you need. Then you can manage your nodes from master machine, right? So I want to check now Ansible version. It has been installed. Sorry, I made mistake. I will have to use double hyphen, right? So Ansible is installed to 15.1, and now we'll go to next steps. We have followed these steps already, and now who am I? Now I am on master machine. I am creating SSH key on this machine. So I think I will have to do these things as Ansible user, right? And I am already Ansible user here. So SSH keygen, just I am hitting enter and enter. So I have created public and private keys. So to copy this public key, you can find ls-lrta. So cd, I am going to this .ssh folder, and here if I ls, then I can find this public key and private key. So if means when I was having my training in COVID time, they have showed me steps like let me show you cat id rsa.pub. so they showed me like you have to copy this steps this public key into this nodes machine, basically using manual method. So there is folder inside SSH. There is one folder SSH related, I don't remember the path, where authorized key file was there. We have to add this public key into that authorized key file basically. So later I found this way that we can use SSH copy ID and copy directly. We just will be password will be asked of these nodes, and this public key will be copied to these nodes, right? So I need public IP of these machines. So for avoiding any mistake, I will copy this command and paste here, and now I will copy IPs of both the nodes. So I have copied first machine's IP, and now I am copying second machine's IP, right? So I will follow this step on master machine, right? I am copying master machine's Ansible users key to node 1 and node 2. So here I am saying yes, and now it will ask me for password of the node 1 and node 2. So I am putting Ansible and hitting enter. So now my key is added to these two nodes. Now this one only. We are using public IP of this machine, so key is copied to first machine only. So now we are doing same thing for second machine. So I'm providing password. Yes, now I have copied to node 2, and this one is node 1. Edit. So let's go to the next step, and now the magic will happen. So I will show you. So here you can see root node 1, and here you can see root node 2. So I can access these both the machines from my master machine. So we will try to SSH into these both the machines. So I will have to just SSH user using Ansible and public IP of both the machines. So I will just copy these and made some changes into the same thing, because I am a lazy boy. And here I will use Ansible user, Ansible. So I will copy this, and now from master machine I am accessing this node 1. So here I am seeing master. So once I hit the enter, it will ask me for some yes or no things, and then I will be able to SSH into the node 1. It didn't ask me anything, and I am in the node 1. Now we have to follow the same thing for the node 2, right? So I will have to exit from node 1. I am exited. I am now into master machine again. I will have to copy second command, and I am going into node 2. Yes, now I can access node 2 as well. And yes, now I had to exit from here. And now if we want to manage these machines from master machine, we must have these two files, ansible.cfg and inventory file. Ansible.cfg is basically configuration file for Ansible. It has lots of things, but I am showing just inventory related thing. And inventory or host file is the file where you can mention the IPs of slave or your client nodes, so you can access those machines from the master machine. Basically you can create group of machines. If you have 10 servers for front end, 10 server for database, so you can group them together and you can access those servers using master machine. So I am here on my master machine and switch to Ansible user. I am in my Ansible directory, this user directory, basically Ansible user, and now I am creating ansible.cfg. You can create anywhere you want, but this should be there if you want to manage these things, the nodes, using ad hoc command or playbooks. So those ad hoc command and playbooks you can explore on your end, but this master and slave configuration was a bit critical, so and all documentation were not working, so I am making this tutorial basically. So I am creating this file. If you are liking this video, please subscribe, because this will motivate me. Defaults I have to type, then I have to type inventory, and this is the file name of host. Here you can use whatever file name you want to use, but I am using whatever documentation I have created. So let me make sure that everything is right. Inventory is equal to hosts, right? Now I am saving this file. Here you can see I have created this file ansible, and then I also have to create host file. So I am creating host file, hosts here. Yes, VIM hosts. Now basically I am creating here group of these two hosts. I am calling them web. You can use whatever name you want, and then I am using for first node I am using the name web server 1, and then ansible host ansible underscore host equal to, and here you can use public or private IP, whatever you want. I am just using public IP if it is in the same VPC, right? Only you can use private IPs. Here I was using private IP when I was doing hands-on of these things. So I will copy this and paste as node 1, and here I am copying this and pasting here. So this one name was duplicate, so it should not throw us error. Let me check once again everything is right or not. Yes, I am right. No mistakes, I guess. I am saving this document, and let me confirm once again. Yes, we have created everything right. Just now this is the ad hoc command. Maybe you were aware about this. Now we want to talk this client. Initially we have SSH. We have directly access this machine, these node machines from the master machine. Now we don't want to touch into these machines, but we have to do some things. We want to ping on those machines, and we will have this ping pong type of output. Then we have done our practical successfully. Let me check if everything is fine. Then this should work. We are following the same documentation and doing all the things properly, so it should work, I guess. Let me enter. Yes. I was very happy. I have tried these things in afternoon, but it was not working, so I have rechecked whatever steps I missed, what mistakes I made, and then I am making this video again. So this will be helpful, my friends, and this big smile you can see after doing this practical successfully. So follow this documentation. I will paste the link of this documentation in the description, and do enjoy Ansible configuration. Thank you for watching. Make sure you have subscribed and share this video with your friends who stuck into Ansible and slave configuration. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. Maybe I will be starting Linux series for DevOps engineers, beginners, as well as advanced, means experienced DevOps engineers. Let us see what happens. Thank you once again. See you in the next video. Bye bye.